Hi everyone, my name is Rodney Smith. I'm here with BoardGameGeek at SPIEL 2019. I've been joined by Ignacy Jevicek from Portal Games, and you've brought with you Pret.
New release of the old game.
Yeah, exactly. This is something you had out before.
2010, I think.
First Kickstarter?
First Kickstarter for us. This is the first time. I mean, I did my book, small project, private project for my book, but as a company, as a Portal Games, for the first time on Kickstarter.
I know you aged like 10 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was that like, the experience of running a Kickstarter for you?
It was insane.
Yes.
It was a huge surprise, and people say that, oh, it was surprise. It was really surprise. Like,
of course.
For those who watch our vlog, because we have a vlog on YouTube.
Yes. Which is excellent, you should check it out.
Thank you. We show the bets we made in the company, what will be the success of the Kickstarter. We were all wrong, so much wrong. Like, so we were
wrong in a good way.
Yes.
So well, it's great to see the support for the game. One of the things about this game that I think that stands out is the theme, right?
It is a board game that tells stories, but people recognize me as Robinson Crusoe adventure game, recognize me detective investigation game. Hey, it's a Euro game, very thick Euro game, and still the team is all over the place, and you are feeling like you are running company, you are dealing with the problems, you are hiring people, these are like a role-playing, being a businessman, and managing company, making money. So yeah, strong theme. Where we start here, so?
I know, where do we start with this?
It's a worker placement game.
Yes.
So each of us will have these workers that we put on different spaces to activate these spaces. We know the drill. Each of us will have the company board. So we own the company. In this company we can hire people, we can make additional locations and buildings to develop our company. We can sign the contracts with the different companies. And basically this is in some degree engine building game, because all these employees, all these buildings, all these contracts will give us some abilities. And we are building, trying to make the company that works, that we have the right employees, right buildings, we have some abilities, and it works.
Okay.
We have these buildings, employees, and contracts. Why they differ? What's the difference? So if you build a building, all buildings give you a very powerful ability. So building, the whole location, new department, it's a very powerful ability. But you have to spend the money to build it, and then you have to pay the rent till end of the game.
So it's an
ongoing cost, and it's very expensive. So if you go for expanding your company with a new building and structures, you need to know that this ability that you will get will really pay off. Yes. Because otherwise you will just spending money.
Yes, yeah.
The middle idea is hiring the people. You don't need to build them, so you don't pay upfront for building the people.
Okay.
But of course you have to pay the salary. So there is a cost, ongoing cost every month, but it is less than the rent, and there is not this upfront cost.
Okay.
So if you are not sure if you can have enough money for investment in a building, maybe you can just hire a couple of people and have these employees. Not that awesome ability, but still will give you some perks.
Not as risky, I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
And then there is this low-cost solution, the third type of the cards, the contracts. To sign a contract, you don't need to spend any money. You will just spend your action pound to sign this contract. Yeah. So it's awesome, it's for free. But the problem with the contract is that after a few rounds of the game, without going into the details, but after a few rounds of the game, it will expire and you will discard it. And this ability that you had, it's gone. Poof.
Okay.
So from the buildings, a long-time strategy, very expensive but very powerful, till this short-time strategy for free, I will get this perk for a couple of rounds, I will earn some money, I will do some interesting choices, and then I will have to discard it.
Do you find players get a very different mixes? So somebody might go very building heavy and be a bit more risky, and somebody else.
So there are players who feel like confident that they can do a good business, they have enough money, and they build a lot of buildings. Yeah. And they have the maintenance cost is like 11 money each round, is very high. But they have this engine very powerful, and during the game they have a lot of costs, but they earn a lot of money. Right. And other guys play safe. I have few contracts, I have one employee, and I can win some points here and there, like a scout. Yes, I can do it. So yes, different strategies with that. With building your engine very costly, medium costly, or low cost, and still trying to win. How we win the game? Yeah. There are 4 different features in the game. 4 different, I would call them resources, which they are not really resources, but there will be 4 rounds of scoring in-game scoring. Right. And this scoring, you will get points, money, and a lot of stuff for winning in 4 different categories. And this is our resource. You can have most of the trendy tokens. They represent if your clothes that you are doing, by the way, it's a fashion game, you are doing a clothes. Yes. We forgot to mention that. You are running
a theme completely out here.
We are running a company that makes the clothes.
Yes.
So
if you're setting trends.
Yes, exactly. So if you have a model, if you have like a nice designer, you will get this trend resource.
Right.
You can have a public relations resource. You have a model, you have a live stream, you have all this kind of media put attention to you. Okay. So you have a lot of resources in public relations. Then there's a quality resource. So if you're buying the material from the very cheap fabric from China, no offense, China, or from the Italy, the silk one, yes?
Right.
Depending how much money you spend on the materials, you get more and more quality.
Gotcha.
And the last one, how many the different designs are in your collection. So you may be very good and do just a dress, while I can make a trousers and a dress and something else. And I have my collection is so much better. So there are these 4 different features that our engine that we built try to improve. We hire models, we hire designers, we hire the production supplies, making more and more of these resources. And now, why everybody says this game is mean, cruel, and bloody, basically? Because during these scoring rounds, 4 times in a game, the game will ask you how many public relations you have, how many trends do you have, how many quality you have, and it will award only the winner with the points, while the other guys, sorry, nothing.
Second place gets nothing.
Yeah. So you invested, you hired this model, you hired this, you spent this money, but Rodney was better, and all this investment just wasted money, and you get nothing. So that's why for the whole game, we are not building your engine, we are paying attention to every employee of other player, what they are planning, what they are aiming for. You have to pay attention.
And you better fully commit. It sounds like.
And you have to understand what situation. And what's interesting here, all these scoring features are laid out randomly at the beginning of the game. So we exactly know at the very beginning what will be scored in the 3rd round, what will be scored in the 2nd round. We know it all.
Right.
And now you will win, I will lose, and I'll be very pissed off, and you will be very because this is the perfect information. We know that we will get that many victory points in 9th round for quality, and we all aiming at that.
Yes.
And one of us will get it.
Right.
And other will say.
I suppose too, if you are at some point during the round, if you're realizing I'm not going to get it, you bail on it. You shift to something else, right?
Exactly. You have to pay attention, and you can fire employee. It's very sad, I'm sorry, but it happens at some point. Okay, I will never win public relations. Sorry, model, I have to get rid of it because it makes no sense, because it just cost me. So you have to adjust, you have to see what's happening. And now, why this scoring is so important? This is the last piece of the information for the general games of the game.
Sure.
You are getting things that I don't remember how they called, but this is some prestige token, something like something like that. And when you go to these scoring grounds, that means that you go to exhibit your collection and to sell to the market, like going to the Essen, for example, selling games. And each collection will give you money. For example, this collection will give you $21,000. This is your money for the next round to buy new stuff, new hires, etc., etc.
Right.
But if I win prestige, this prestige represents Spiel des Jahres, congratulations, detective, and just one, and all the other awards you can get. Yes. And if you have awards, you can sell more because everybody is paying attention to this product and everybody wants to buy it.
Made a name for yourself.
So if I go for a show with these 3 cards, for example, and I would earn $59,000.
Yes.
But if I, during this scoring round for quality or public relations or trend, if I won additionally these 6 awards, I get additional 6,000 for sales increase. Additional 6,000 here and additional 6 here. So this additional 18,000 is basically one more just for winning awards. So if I want that, I got this 18,000 more to invest in upcoming rounds to crush even more. So if you are,
I don't know if I want to play with you.
So if you are asking about like a snowball effect, etc. Yes, this is a cruel game. I would not say it has a snowball effect because this is not the truth, but this is like, if I have more money, I will do all I can using these abilities to crush even harder. And of course, you have to react and think what I can do right now.
You said these are placed randomly too.
So at the beginning.
So though it's perfect information every time you play, it's going to be a little different.
And you plan and you see what will happen, because we don't go into details, but some of these features are more important, some are less. Like this is like, here we have the quality is the most important, the trend is less important, trend is less important. So you have to build the whole plan for the whole game and then looking at the other players, adjust. So it is a Euro game, there are lots of paying attention to other players, with the actually almost direct interactions. Like we are fighting for this award, we are fighting for this money, and this money is our ammunition for the next rounds to fight again another battle.
I like games that kind of make me a little bit angry. So I'm sitting there kind of frustrated and angry. How could you do that? Feels like this is going to create that opportunity for me.
This is it. It is because during the scoring round, it is not I got 5 points, you get 7.
Yeah.
It is either I got 13, either you get 13.
Nothing.
Yeah.
Awesome. And I have to say, I'll just say this quickly, the production on this, I have a copy at home, beautiful.
Thank you.
And the trays to help you facilitate the gameplay, fantastic. This is available now?
Yes, in Essen, German edition, English edition, Polish edition, in Poland of course, so yes, it is released. I'm very proud. Like it was released first edition 10 years ago, and now it's a new. I'm super proud.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the quick and thorough interview and overview of this, and all of you, thanks for watching.